In this code, we're asked to create a driver class named StudentMain. Use the student class we created from the previous question above to create two students. We're creating two students, Abby and Brady. We're assigning a specific grade to each. So in the previous video, playlist linked below the like button, we have this class. And so we're going to use this to write our main class. Now, if I'm writing two Java classes in a project, I like to write the main before my other classes. And I also like to have the main be the public. We can only have one public class in a Java file. So I'm going to take out this public right here, and this will only just be class student. So up here, we're going to do public, and we're going to make a class, and we're calling it student main. And then inside of our class, we are going to have the public static void, and then this is going to be our main. We're going to have the parameters string args for arguments, and then we've created our main method. Now this public class student main, it says that we need to define it in our own file, and that is because of just the naming in Java. So if I go into my project and actually rename this, I'll go to refactor, rename, and we're going to call this student main and click finish. This should fix this. So it fixes it here. We do have this issue here. All we need to do is delete this, and this is our class student. It changed these to student main, but once we delete that, it is fixed. So the public class has to be the name of our actual class in Eclipse, at least. I'm not sure if it is for anything else, but it might be. It should be. So that is the only thing that's going to change. We've changed nothing about this class student. We've only made this a public class student main. So in here, we're going to have to make a new instance of our class. We need one for Abby and one for Brady. So we're going to do a student, just like we would declare any class, or just like we would use any object. So we're going to do student. We're going to make a new object Brady and set it equal to a new student. And inside of here, we're going to pass in the student's name, and we're going to pass in their grade. So in here, if we look at our method, we're going to use this constructor. We're going to pass in the grade first. So the grade for Abby is 83.9, and then her name is Abby. So that is it for that line. And we can copy this and then paste it below for Brady. The only thing that we're going to be changing is the name and the grade here. And the grade is 75.5. We then need to use the toString method to print and display our students. So let's go down here. We know that the print, or the toString method, is going to be returning a string. So we're just going to do Abby.toString, and then we're going to do Brady.toString. And so we are going to use our new instance of this class to call these methods. So when we run our code, after we save it, it should just print out nothing. And this is because when we call these methods, a string is returned, but we're not printing it. It only prints it if we were to just return a void and have it sys out here. So we're not actually printing anything. What we need to do is put this inside of a sysout statement. So we will cut this, do a sysout, and paste this in here. And then we're going to do the same thing for Brady. We'll do sysout, and then paste him in here. Now we will save it and run it. Doing this, we can see we have name Abby and the grade 83.9. We should have a space in here between them. So I'm just going to go down to this method and add a space right here. I'll rerun it, and we can see it's updated and fixed. So that is the code for this problem. If you want the rest of this problem, because there is more to it, that will be in the playlist linked below the like button. And if you want the previous class student rundown, that will also be in there.